Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, where I try and bring you interesting variant Sudoku to show you the fun that can be had while exploring the logic in these wonderful puzzles. Today, I'm going to be doing a puzzle by a setter that I've been solving Jeremy Dover's puzzles for years. And this one, 183654729, is... I don't know what the title means. Maybe it has something to do with the solve, but this is using a constraint I've never seen before, which is the Missing Double Thermos constraint. So I'm looking forward to exploring that one. So let's get straight into it. So we have normal Sudoku rules. So into every box, into every row, and into every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have ratio pairs, so digits separated by black dots must be in a 2-to-1 ratio. And pairs basically means that other pairs of cells could be black dots. You don't, not all dots are necessarily given. And missing double thermos. On a grey bulbless thermo, which are these, odd digits must increase in one direction along the line, and even digits must increase in the opposite direction. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to okay, so what that means is wherever the bulb is in the thermo, odd digits will go in one direction and even digits will go in the other. So if... Okay, that's what it means. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give that a shot. Let's give this a shot. Now, so what that means is, let's say this was the bulb. I'm just exploring the concept at the moment. Why did that color? If this was the bulb of the thermo, and maybe rather than coloring, I could do it by putting a grey circle here. If this was the bulb of the thermo, this would have to be a 1, but it would mean that in one direction I would go with even digits and in one direction I would go with odd digits. Now, there are 4 odd even digits and 5 odd digits. So how does that work? Even digits must increase... Odd digits must increase in one direction along the line, and even digits must increase in the opposite direction. How does that work? Because surely that means I have to put 1 in the middle of all of these lines. On a grey bulbless thermo, odd digits must increase in one direction along the line, and even... Okay, I'm not understanding this. Maybe the title... Oh, no, I get it now. Bulbless thermos. I'm not trying to put... This is what the title is teaching me. So even odd digits increase in one direction and even digits increase in the other. So if you look at the title, it goes 13579 for the odd digits and 8642 for the others. So even digits go in one direction and odd digits go in the other. Right. So that means the outside digits... Ooh, okay. I've got... okay. So the middle... This is interesting. I'd never considered this. Right. So, what could this be, I think is interesting. Because this couldn't be 1, 2. Because if this was 1, 2, then 1 would be here, 2 would be here, and they would both be increasing in the same direction, because I'd have to go 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 2, 4, 6, 8. So, this can't be 1, 2. And even if it was 1, 2 in this direction, the 1 and the 2 would be here and I'd be increasing in this direction. If it was 2, 4, that could work if I'm increasing 2, 4, 6, 8. So it could be 2, 4, but only in this direction. If it was 4, 8, it would have to go 4, 8 in this direction because I'd need to be increasing even in this direction. I couldn't do 4, 8 here because I'm increasing even going right to left, and then but I'd still have the 2 and the 6 to go. Now, if it was 3, 6, that wouldn't work because if it was 3, 6, I wouldn't have the lowest even or the lowest odd on this side, or the highest even or the highest odd on this side. And on this side, I need to have either the lowest even or the lowest odd, or the highest even or the highest odd. So this is a 4 and this is a 2 or an 8. This is fascinating. So, this is absolutely fascinating. And up here, do I have the it's not quite as powerful. Now, this can't be 1, 2, surely. Or is it in this box? No, I think this is more powerful. I'm glad the title was here to explain what I was getting wrong. If this was 1, 2, I think I have the same problem, because the odd couldn't be going this direction because there'd be only 2 digits high, possibly. Well, if this was the 1, there'd only be 1 higher. So the odd would be going in this direction, but with the 2 here, the even would also be going in this direction. So it can't be 1, 2. If it was 2, 4, that works in either direction. 4, 8 works. But yeah, because 2, 4... No, 2, 4 doesn't work in either direction, because I could go 2, 4, but I couldn't go 2, 4, or this would have to be 6 and 8. So if it's 2, 4, it has to be 2, 4. If it's 4, 8, I can't go 4, 8 here. It'd have to be 4, 8. And if it's 3, 6, I'm possibly okay, because I could go 1, 3, 6. No, I can't do 3, 6, because in order to do 3, 6, the odd would have to be increasing. What if I did 3? Yeah, I can't do 3, 6 with 3 and 6 here, because I did go 1, 3, but then there'd be a 6 here and I couldn't go up to an 8. Now, if I did 3, 6 this way, that doesn't work because there's nothing higher or lower than the 6 here. So this is 4 and this is also 2 or 8. But let's do some parity colouring. These are even, these are even. This can't be even, because if this is 2, this is going 2, 4, and if it's 4, 8, this is always odd, and therefore must be 1 or 9, because it must be either the start or the end of the run. And now I feel like I'm running out of steam. Because I because the outside of the line must either be 1, 2, 4, 1, be 1, 2, 8 or 9. It has to be 1, 2, 8 or 9. And that's true for all of these, because if it starts even, it has to start with 2 or 8. And if it ends even, it has to end with, sorry, if it's even, if the outside digit is even, it has to be 2 or 8. If the outside digit is odd, it has to be 1 or 9. But these are 1, 2, 8, 9 as well. So what can these be? These digits can't be 1, 2, 8 or 9. So what can this be? This can't be 1, 2, 2, 4 or 4, 8. This is a 3, 6. Okay, so these digits here are 4, 7. No, they're not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. These are 4, 5, 7, and there's no 4 there. So this is an odd digit, because this had to be 3, 6, because these have to be 1, 2, 8, 9. Now this is similar, except it's not quite. So these are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this can't be 5 or 7 because of the nature of a black dot. Oh, ha, 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 ha. That's so cool. This can't be 5 or 7 because of the nature of a black dot. because a black dot must contain a low digit 1 through 4, and then it's even double, because 1 doubles to 2, 2 doubles to 4, 3 doubles to 6, 4 doubles to 8. 5 would need to double to 10. So because it's always going to be a 1 through 4 and then it's even double, a high odd digit 5, 7 and 9 can never go on a black dot. So this can't be a 5 or 7, and it can't be 1, 2, 8, 9. So this has to be 3, 4 or 6. But if this was a 3, this would be a 6 and this would have no fill. And if it was a 6, this would be a 3 and this would have no fill. So this is a 4, which I will mark as even. I have no idea if this odd even coloring is going to help me, but I'm going to use it. So this must be 2 or 8, which gives me a 2, 8 pair in the column. Right. So now 4 is in one of those two. Surely, oh no, this could be 4 if this is 2, 4. But what can... Well, this can't be 3, 6. So this is from 1, 2, 4, 8. So this is from 1, 2, 4, 8, and that can't be 4. So this can't be 8. But they also have to go in opposite directions. So if this was a 2, that couldn't be a 9. So let me think about this. If this was a 1, this couldn't go 2, 4. A 1 here would make this an 8 so that they're going in opposite directions. So they have to go in opposite directions. So if this is a 1, this is forced. If this is low, this is forced to also be low. These have the same high-low. Because if they were different high-low, no, they're not. They could be the same polarity and be this different high-low. If they're different polarity, they're the same high-low. This is mind-numbing. Or I'm missing something obvious. Much more likely. Much more likely. Now, this can't be 1, 2, can it? Because if this were, yeah, this can't be 1, 2. Because if this was 1, 2, what would I put lower than it? Because the 1 would have to increase in one direction, the 2 would have to increase in a different, and I can't do that. Like 1, 2, the odd would have to increase in this direction. 1, 2, the odd would have to increase in this direction. The even would have to increase in this direction. There's no room. If it's 2, 4, I could potentially do 2, 4 and run the odd even in that direction. 4, 8 would have to be 4 here with 8 here. The question becomes 3, 6. Can you do 3, 6 this far along the line? Because if, for example, I went 3, 6, 3 here with 6 here, I could do 1, 8, and then it would be like 3, 6, and I'd be going 1, 3, 6, 8, and that would all be fine. Because I'd be going 6, 8 in this direction and 1, 3 in this direction. So 3, 6 could work in this direction. I don't think 3, actually it works in either direction, because I could go 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, 3, 6 works in either direction. And this will be the same. It can't be 1, 2. It can't be 2. Well, it could be 2, 4. So this could be 4, this could be 2 or 8, or it could be 3, 6 in either direction. So does it have to be this? But this is even further down the middle of the line. What am I not understanding? Actually, this could be restricted from being in the middle of the line, you know? So if this was 1, 2, I would be starting, no, I could go 2, 4, 6, 8 and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This could actually be 1, 2 with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 2, 4, 6, 8, or even 2, 4, 6, 8 and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But these would all be odd and those would all be even. So this would be 4, 6, 8. And these would be 3, 5, 7, 9. But it could work. 2, 4 would make both of those even. And I could go 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Or even 1, 3, no, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, and I could again go 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That just works, doesn't it? So this one actually isn't well, this actually can't be a 4. So if it was 2, 4, it would be 2, 4. And I'd have to do the 6, 8 down here, but I could still go like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But I'd just have to put 6 and 8 down here. If it was 1, 2, the evens have to go down here and these become all odd. I think. Because 2, 4, 6, 8 would need the odds to go this way, and 1, I'd need a lower digit than 1 on here. So the odds would have to go this way and these become all odd. I'm pretty certain that's true. If this is 2, 4, the evens are going in this direction and these are all odd. If it's 4, 8, however, 4, 8, the evens end here and these are all odd. So far, these are all odd. The question, of course, is 3, 6. Which gives me a deadly pattern, but 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. One of these has to be even, and then I could go 2. Maybe not, actually. I could put 2, 4, 6, 8, or 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 1, 3. No, actually. I could have 1 even. I can't. No, I couldn't, because there'd be 1 even down here if the evens went this way. If the evens went this way, there'd be 1 even down here and 1 odd down here, and that wouldn't work. Because I could go 6 and have to put an 8 down here, and then the odds would be going this way, and I'd only have 1 and 8 in those cells. So the even couldn't go this way. The even would have to go this way, which means the odd would have to go this way, and I'd only have 1 and 8 in those 3 cells. This can't be 3, 6. These are all odd. This can't be 1, 2. Because there's nowhere to go in either direction. There must be a 4. It's either 2, 4 or 4, 8. That's a 4. And this is a 2, 8, which means this is not a 4 and this is a 3, 6. This is crazy. This is even. Why am I not, why, again, my coloring's not working. I'm clicking on things and it's not happening. But if this was 2, 4, 6, 8 or 2, no, this has to be the 2. Because if this was the 8, 4, I'd have to put 6 in here and it's not going the right direction. This is 2, 4, which means this is the 8. There must be a 6 and an 8 down here. And the odd is going in the other direction. This is 1, 6, 8. There's no 1 or 8 on these. So this is 4 and 2. Because I have to take 1 off both of them and 8 off there. So this is 2 and 4. Those both become even. The 1, 6, 8, well, there's no 4 there anymore. That's a 5, 7, meaning this is the 4, meaning that is blue. 4 is in one of those two. Now, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. There's no 7 there. There's no 6 there. This is fascinating. I didn't think this line was going to be the one to break it open, and maybe I should have done more investigation up here. But this dot being in the middle did a lot. So these are 3, 6 now. So if the 1 was here, the 3 would be here, and I'd have to put 5, 7, and 9 over here. So there's no 1 here. There must be a 1 over here. Because if there's not, the odd digits must go in this direction. So there's a 1 in one of those two. So there's no 9 here. This is the 1. Sorry, this is the 9. So it's 1, 3. There must be a 5, 7, and 9 over here. But I've got a 4 in here by Sudoku, and I'm broken. No, I'm not, because 4 goes to 6 here, and there must be an 8 in one of those two. This is a 1, 8 pair, so this is a 2, which works for the 2, 4. There's no 2 here. This can't be a 9, so it's 1 or 8. And the 1 or the 8 means this isn't the 8, it's the 2 or the 9, because I'm going 1 up to 8 or 2 up to 4, 6. This is so clever. This is the 6 and the 3. So this is blue and yellow. There's no 3 here. I could probably take this further if I understood it better. Right. This has been here since the beginning. If this was 4, 8, I'd need to put a 6 between them. This is the 2, and this can't be a 2. This is going up toward, but now this can't be a 9, because if this is a 9, both the odd and the even would be going in the same direction. So this is 1 or 8. That's a 1, 8 pair. So this isn't 1, 8 or 9. That's the 2, and is a low odd. There's no 2 here anymore. There's no 2 here anymore. And can't be a 9, because if this was a 9, the odd would be going in this direction. So that's not a 9. That's a 1, 8 pair. The 2 made that the 9. That's actually what did that. So 1, 3. This doesn't have to be 4, 5. Because I could go 4, 8 in here, and then this could be 5, 7. Like that's not. But 4 is in one of those two. But I could put 4 over here. If this is 3, 6 now, it can't, 3, 6, 8, 1. Actually, it could go in either order. Could I do 3, 6 in this order? Or 3, 6, actually, I think I could. But if it's 4, 8, 4, 8 would make this 1, 3. Actually, I think that's all fine. Okay, I'm still not fully grokking this puzzle. Three has to be in here, doesn't it? Because 1, 8, 6, no. 3 can't be in any of those, though. But 3 is in one of those. Okay. Three, 5, 7 is odd. Sudoku? That's a 2 by Sudoku. Let's try and do some more Sudoku. 4 is not in any of those. 4 is in one of those 4. I don't need more. Eight is in one of those 2. One is in one of those 2. This is a triple. 1, 7, 9, all of which are odd. I need to put a 6 in this row. There's a 6 in one of those 2. So these are all odd. Yeah, these are both odd. And they're not 1. So where's 9 in this row? There's a 9 in one of those 2. So there's no 9 there. There's a 9 in one of those 2. This doesn't feel like it's helping me. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Where's 9 in this row? It's odd as going in this direction. If this was 4, 9 has to be in one of those 2, doesn't it? Like if I put 9 here, this would have to go 2, 4, 6. And this would have to be 8 and that'd be 4. 9 is definitely in one of those 2. Yeah, one of these needs to be even. And if it's 4, if this is 4, 8, all of those become odd. And if this is 3, 6, I can only put a 4 in here, which can't go into any of those. So those are both odd. And that can't be a 9, because then this couldn't be a higher odd. So this is, well, it can't be a 1 because there's not enough odds after it. 3, 5, 7, 9 doesn't work. So this is only a 5 or a 7. I don't. 2 is in one of those 2. And that has to be the start of an even run in one direction. But it doesn't have to contain all the digits like the other lines do. In fact, I couldn't put a 4 on the line. Where's 4 in this row? Actually, I can put a 4 on the line if this is a 2-4 pair. But 2, 4, 6 here with an 8, and then like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 seems to work. I'm not fully getting it. So 1, 3, we know what these are. Let's put them in. These are 4, 5, 7, and 2. And we know the 2 is before the 4. So the 2 can't be here and the 4 can't be in either of those. But it could go 2, 4. We know in this direction, The 7 can't be before the 5, and the 5 can't be before the 7. Oh, so that's a 7. Taking 7 out of those, and now we've got the same thing. 1, 3, 5 has to be before the 7, which it is now. And 2 has to be before the 5. Sorry, 2 has to be before the 4, which it is now. That's 2 or 5, but that's a 7, saying that's not a 7. So we've got 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, and one of those is 5, giving us 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's not a 5. That's an even digit. Man, clicking on the color isn't always working. So that is an even digit. But I could go 2, 4 or 2, 4. One of those is a 5. The 8 is making that the 1 and that the 8. That's kind of useful, maybe. That's not the 1 anymore. That's the 1. 1, 3, 5. Oh, right. So what am I talking about? 1, 3. Oh, no. There's no line here. But the 1 makes that the 9 and that the 7, which makes that the 5 and that the 7. There was no line here. I can't use the... Wait a minute. Did I just use a line there? No, I just did Sudoku. These were 1, 7, and 9. The 1 says that's not the 1. That's the 1. Take the 1 out of those, and that becomes the 9. And the 7 makes that the 5 and that the 7. That was just Sudoku. And these are now 1 and 8. So these are 5 and 6. Which means this is not a 5. These... Oh, that's a 7. Hang on, I took the wrong thing out. These are 5 and 6. Take 5 out of here. And these are 3, 7, and 9. And there's no 9 there. Right, that's better. But still not locked in. Seven has to be in this box now. Has to be on this line, and it has to be in this box. So 7 is down here somewhere. But 6, 8 would make 1, 3, 5, 7, which doesn't work. 7 can't be here. 7 is in one of those two. I'm not getting it. This was listed as an easy puzzle again. People have a weird concept of easy. Or BremSter's an idiot. All of these things could be... Now, this can't be... Oh, this could be the 9. In fact, it doesn't have to be the 9. But the 9 is on this end of the run. So the 9 is in one of these two cells. Because odd is going in this direction. So 9 is in one of those two cells. 7 is... Well, hang on a minute. Odd is going in this direction. And 7 can't be in any of those. So 1, 3, 5, 7. 7 is in one of those two. Can this be 1, 3, 5, 7? Maybe? Oh, this is just 1 in the column. I can't put 1 in any of those. Can I? No, I can't, because if I put 1 here, I'd need 4 odds after it. So 1 is in one of those two. But I could go 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. But with 1 here and 1 here. 1 is on this line, which means there needs to be an even digit at one end. Because with 1 on the line, whichever direction that the odd is going, the even is going in the other direction, which means there has to be a 4, a 6, or an 8. Because if the even is going in that direction, that has to be a 6 or an 8. And if it's going in that direction, that has to be a 6 or an 8. So there's a 6 or an 8 in one of those two cells. Sure? I don't understand. One, 3, 5, 7, 9, 6, 8. Sure. 3, 5. No, I can't. 3 can't go here. 3 has to be in one of those two. Because if I put a 3 as far across as this, I go 3, 5, 7, 9, and that's putting a 7 here. So 3 is in one of those two. So 5 is in one of those two. And 9 is in one of those two. But 3 is in one of those two. So that's not a 3. Five, 7. So this has to be higher. This is 7 or 9. There must be a 3 in here. Does 4, 8 break now? 1, 3. Oh, hang on. This could never be 4, 8. Oh, it's the same thing. If this was 4, 8, there'd be no 6 between them. This can't be 4, 8. This is a 3, 6. It's the same as up here. I just missed it. I'm missing a lot recently, aren't I? So we know that odd is going in this direction. So this again is a 1, 8 pair. That's the trick. So 1, 3, 5 is in one of those two. 7, 9, but there's a 4 in here somewhere, and it's not in either of those two. So there's a 4 in one of those two. So this has to be 4 or 5, giving me a 4, 5 pair, and this has to be 4 or 9. But the 1, 8 pair here, what's this triple? Can't be 1, can't be 2, 3, can't be 4, 5, 6, can't be 7, 8, or 9. This is 3, 5, or 6. But odd is going in this direction. So I can't go 1, 5. So that's 3 or 6. If this was 6, 8, this would be 1, 3, 5, 7. I am completely missing the point of this puzzle. So 4 is in one of those two. I know 4 is in one of those two. It's got to be this line now, doesn't it? If this isn't a 7, so that's a 5, 6 pair. So there's no 5 or 6 here. This is a 3 or a 7, which we know is odd. But I don't know what it's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is in one of those two. So there's no 5 there. That's a 3, 6 pair. That's a 5, making that a 6, that a 5, and that a 6. 6 is even. 5 is odd. These are 3, 6 pair. I can't put a 1 here, can I? Yes, if that's 3, 6, I could put a 1 there. So 2 is in one of those two. These are 1, 2, 5, and 8. And I can't put 2 there. I can't put 5 there. So 5 is in one of those two. This can't be 1 or 8. This is 2 or 5. I already had that. Could that be 8? If this is going 1, 3, 5, 7, and this would be 6, 8. But that's a 1, 2, 5, 8 quadruple. So this has been 3, 6, 9 for a while. And there's no 6 there. This is 3 or 9, which is odd. But if this was 1, 3, we'd have to go 2, and with no 4, we'd have to go 2, 6, 8. And we can't do that. This can't be a 3, because if this is a 3, odd is increasing in this direction, and we know odd is increasing in this direction. So even needs to increase in this direction. But if this was 1, 3, what odd is going left to right. So even is increasing right to left. So this has to be an even digit, and it's not 2, 4, or 6. That's an 8. And so there is a 2 and a 4 in here, because I need no, not true. If this is a 3, though, I think we're broken. Because if this is a 3, we're going 1, 3, and I need to put 2, 4 in here, and then that would be a 9. Okay, but either way, that had to be an 8. 6 is in one of those two. What's going on? I thought that would give me more. These are now odd. Because 4, I can't put 4 in either of them. And they see 2, 6, and 8. These are odd. And they're going up in order. This is 3, 5. Means this isn't 3. There's no 5 there. That's a 5. There's a 6 in one of these two. These are 3, 6, and 7. And these are 4, 7, and 9. And there's no 7 there. Two has to be increasing in this direction. I still can't see it. This is crazy. There's no 3 here anymore. Seven is in one of those two. 8 has to be in here. 8 has to be in here. And 6 has to be before the 8. So these digits are 6, 7, 8, 9. But the 8 can't be... Oh, no, it can be in any of those. Because 6 and then 8. But this can't be a 9. And this can't be a 9. And 7 can't be here because 7, 9... Oh, the 7 just can't be here. So that's the makeup of this. Can I put 3 on this line? Can I put 3 up here? This would have to go 1, 3, 9, 2, 8, and that'd be a 4. I think I can. How did people rate this as an easy puzzle? What fundamental trick have I missed? There's got to be something fundamental here I've missed. 7 on this line can't be here. Right. This can't be a 7. 7 must be on this line and it can't be here. So this is a 5. So this is a 4, which is even. This is a 9. This is a 7. This is a 4. This is even. This is odd. Now this line resolves either way. 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Right. Now the 4 looks up making this the 5, which makes this the 2 and this the 4. So this is even and this is odd. The 4, I don't know. But there's no 2 here. That's a 1-8 pair, making that the 5, which is odd. So this has to go 1, 3 in order for it to increase in that direction. And this has to be the 8 now, because I can't make this the 7. So I can't go 1, 3, 5, 7. So it has to be the highest even digit, and that's the 8. Looking down, saying that's not the 8. So this is a 6, 9 pair. So I take 6 out of those. So we've got 7, 9, and 6, 8. That just works. There's no 8 here. The 3 makes this the 6, which is even, and this is the 8, which is even. There's no 6 here. This is the 6, this is the 3. So we've got even and odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. This is not a 6. It is an odd digit, but it's not a 7. There's already a 7 in the column. That's the 3. That's the 7. The 3 and the 7 already in the column make that the 9, which make that the 7 and that the 3. These two digits are 7 and 6, and the order is not determined by the line. These digits, which are 1, 2, and 9, well, there's no 2 there, there's no 9 there, and the rest of it is not determined by anything I am seeing. It's got to be this line now, doesn't it? Because all of the other lines are fully determined. I am going to remove the corner marks from here. But these are 1, 2, 3, and 9. And we know that the odd digit is going in this direction. So we can't put 9 here, but I could go 1, no, there's 3 odd digits. I can't put 9 here either. Well, actually, I could have just got that. There's no 3 here, and there's no 3 here or 2. This is a 1. So this is the beginning of the odd run. Great. So this is a 2. So this isn't a 1 or a 2. This is a 3 or a 9. That is even. The 2 is looking at making that 1, which makes that 9 and that 2. I'm going to keep going with my even odd coloring, even though I have no idea what it's doing for me. The 1 takes 1 out of here. The 1 comes out of here. This is the 1, which I will continue to call odd through tenacity, I suppose. Oh, this line. 4, 6, 8. It is so easy to miss stuff, making this the 7 and this the 6, which is odd and even. The 7 looks down, making this the 8 and this the 7, which is odd and even. These resolve in either order, and it's fine. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. But 1, these have to go up in odd. So it's 3, 9, meaning this is odd, but this is now 6 and 3, meaning that's odd and that's even. This is 9 and 6, meaning this is even and this is odd. These still resolve in either order, but the 8 makes that the 1 and that the 8. That is even, that is odd, which will make this odd and this even. No, even, push the right button. This is the 1, this is the 8, and that is the solution to the puzzle. Okay, that took a lot longer than I thought it would, considering this had been rated by many people as an easy 2. I obviously missed something, or am a raving lunatic. Why not both? Both is good. Wow, what a puzzle though. What an absolutely stunning puzzle. I would have liked it if there was an example in the rules to kind of explain it, but the title did the job. So what a puzzle. What an absolutely stunning puzzle. And I'm really sorry that my rules explanation was wrong. I am really sorry about that. But it was when I explored it, I might try and remember when editing to put a pop-up in saying this rules explanation is wrong, and I figure that out while I'm trying to solve. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Thank you, Jeremy Dover. Really fun puzzle. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I did. It just took me a lot to wrap my head around. That's fairly common for me. Thanks, everyone. And as always, good luck with your solving.